Hello, it's Sin Elias, and today I wanted to talk about scrying. It's a very popular topic. Scrying is the art of looking into a tool like a black mirror or into a vase of water or even something that's very patterned and discerning information from those patterns or from that water or from that black mirror. It is a psychic ability. It is a spiritual talent. Some people have it, some people don't. So if you don't have it, don't beat yourself up. You just aren't someone who has it. And that's okay. We all don't have the same gifts and talents. And so you have to find where your gift and talent lies. Scrying, especially when it comes into black mirrors, I have a lot of experience with scrying into black mirrors and scrying into pools of water. Nowadays, my interpretation of spiritual knowledge comes through direct contact. Scrying and pools of water, stuff like that, are a medium in which to rampart that direct knowledge. But it's a technique in which you learn to quiet your mind. There's a technique in which you learn to have direct communication with your subconscious. Your subconscious speaks in symbols and shapes and things that you might not have previously encountered before. And it gives you this kind of hieroglyphic image in which to discern. So when you scry, it's not like the Wicked Witch of the East in Wizard of Oz, where she has a cauldron and she can see Dorothy. It's not really like that. It's more like a dream state that's projected on an outward image, and it's still up to interpretation most of the time, depending on what you're practicing. Especially in ceremonial magic, where they use the black mirror or crystal ball and the triangle of transformation, stuff like that. You might see and have direct communication with spirits that you've invoked. That's one very popular method in which to use scrying objects. Scrying is a very useful tool, I think, before you learn to see right behind your eyelids. Your eyelids are a concaved black mirror in a lot of ways, and once you train yourself to get over your own personal influences, there's the difference between imagination and true spiritual inspiration. And the journey of a worker is to discern the two. So we could want and desire things and project that onto our scrying mirror or onto our divination tools, and that information is going to be incorrect because it's just projecting what you want it to say. When you learn the difference between imagination and true spiritual inspiration, you get to experience something completely different. The shapes and symbols that may come through a tool like a black mirror, a concaved object. And so all of these things are like puzzles. They fit into the other thing. It's all good and fine to talk about one thing separately, but don't get confused or lost in the woods, not really understanding how it can fit into the other thing. These are tools that should be used for spirit communication, should be used to further your own spiritual journey. If you're not using it to further your spiritual journey, I really don't see the purpose in using it at all. I was having a conversation with a friend just today about how I don't use Ouija boards. And people think that spiritual practitioners use everything. We use Ouija boards, we use pendulums and stuff like that. For me, and what I want to tell you guys is that different tools are going to work differently for different people. Maybe a pendulum does not work for you. Maybe a Ouija board does not do what you expected it to do in order to give you the information that you need. I'm not one to use these things as toys. So I don't want to use a Ouija board to talk to the ghost of Christmas past. That's not really my thing. I'm not one to use, a pendulum to discover what shoes I should be wearing today. That's not really my thing. I use them as tools to discover even more information, to gain even more clarity about the direction that I should go in, and I suggest that you use them in the same way. Until next time, guys, have a good one.